Hello, my name is Anneta, and from Warsaw, Poland, I'm going to talk to you today about the same book, Those Shoes, Notes from the Classroom. This fantastic book has many layers. We could touch upon bullying, we could touch upon needs and wants, we could touch about happiness. That was my approach with our students in our school. We started right after Thanksgiving. We're producing making little jars of happiness, how we call them. In fact, they were jars of gratitude. We started by thinking what wonderful things happen to us every day. I asked students to close their eyes and think about happy moments they experienced on the day and write on little strips of paper what happy moments they had on the day. And then I asked them to take a week to fill the jars with some happy memories, happy moments, happy events that they experienced. And when we met after a week, the kids took out all the strips and they tried to share them with their colleagues. We worked a bit on trying to analyze and categorize the happy moments and things that make us happy. I try to make kids aware that it's not only material things that, or maybe mainly they are not material things that make us happy. And then from there we move to wants and needs, and we define them. As December is the month of waiting for presents here in Poland, so I played the song by Super Simple Songs, What Do You Want for Christmas? And I asked students to analyze what really they need for Christmas and if they could prepare a new song for their young colleagues and the kids in grade 1 about what we really want to be happy and what we really want to have for Christmas. And children produce new songs like I want my family, I need my family, I need my friends, and maybe I don't need that many presents. There are other things that I would really need to have a happy holiday. And then, because I'm an English teacher and I'm also responsible to extend kids' vocabulary, we try to brainstorm different types of shoes. And from there, of course, what was very kind of natural was a drama activity to pretend we are walking in certain types of shoes, and the others were to guess what kind of shoes I am wearing. And only after that we were ready to start with the book. I would say that the language in the book happened to be quite accessible to kids aged 10, 11, and they had no problems with understanding the words and the message, except the thrift shop that I explained was a second-hand shop. And because children were very engaged, we stopped in different parts of the book. We didn't have to wait till the end of the storytelling. We just stopped and discussed. I asked them, what does it mean there is no room for want around here, just need? I also asked children to explain or to share what they felt while the boy struggled and kept telling himself, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. And I asked children, why do you think it was so difficult for him to give the shoes that in fact he didn't use? And one of the boys said, well, I think he was afraid that he would be the only one who hasn't got the shoes, because then Antonio would belong to the group of kids who have those shoes, and he would be alone without shoes. I also ask students to look at the last page in the book where the two boys are running, and it says, let's race, and they started running in the fresh snow. And they said, well, it was a kind of freedom that the boy achieved, while understanding that those shoes are not maybe the key happiness or the key to happiness that he had. What is also very nice is a wonderful film on YouTube called My Shoes that closed the whole discussion and closed the topic. It is really difficult to share it with you, what happened in the classroom, but let me just tell that it was very, very engaging book, and a kind of book that children can easily refer to. We discussed also the idea of giving away toys that we don't use. Why is it so difficult? Children agree that it's very difficult to give away toys that they don't play anymore with. Why? Because they are emotionally attached to the toys. And this ability of finding joy and happiness in sharing with others is something really valuable and unique. I hope you will all try out this wonderful book, and see you next year with the best wishes of fresh energy for the coming year, new books, new discoveries, and a lot of happiness.